we were looking for something that I could do quasi from home because we have a 2-year-old and I wanted to be able to stay home with him. So at first I was doing some wedding cakes and this and that, but really it wasn't floating my boat the way I wanted it to. I took a class in cheese making from a lady named Julie Steele up in Fall City. She has River Valley cheese. It was just a simple class, but what it turned into was she kind of became my mentor in this whole process. She talked to me a little bit about the renovation and getting licensed and where to find equipment. So I was fortunate to have somebody in the business to help me out. And from there, I've met a lot of other people in the business. It's a very close-knit community, cheesemakers. There's no competition. There's no fussing and fighting. Everybody kind of comes on board for everybody else. We get our milk from Twin Brook, which is up out of Linden, Washington. They're a 100-year-old dairy. Great family, the Stapp family. They're incredible people. You want to be gentle to your milk, so you couldn't like put it directly on the heat. What we do is we run hot water. Beat it, Bug. We run hot water from that hot water tank up and around and into this water jacket. So there's about a 1/4 inch that runs all the way around here. And that kind of, think of it like a double boiler. That heats up the milk a little more gently. And we bring it up to about 86 degrees, give or take the recipe. And then I add in the cultures, which are all freeze-dried. And then different cultures are what gives you different kinds of cheese. Like for instance, I use this one for cheddar. This one makes Havarti. We can add lipase if we want to give it a more animal-y flavor, like if you're doing a Swiss or a Parmesan. Those will last me, you can see how much is in here. I'll use maybe a 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon per vat. It's not much. And then you let the cultures reactivate and do their thing for about between a 1/2 hour and an hour and a half, depending on the recipe. And then I'll add in the rennet, which we use vegetarian rennet. Traditionally, rennet's made out of the lining of a calf or a lamb's stomach. And when we add that, that's what makes milk coagulate, so curds and whey. And then we take them out and we dry them on the racks for 2 or 3 days to start to develop the rind. And then they go in our cave, which isn't a cave, it's a walk-in cooler. And they age, and they turn colors, and they grow stuff. So you can brush almost all of the mold off. But the mold on the outside isn't going to affect the flavor on the inside unless I was to break the rind. Like blue cheese, the reason why it has all that stuff on the inside is because people have poked holes in it and it's allowed air to get in. The rind's pretty much an airtight container. So we age it for a month and then we soak it in red wine. And then we age it for another month and that wine flavor gets into the taste of the cheese. So for us, it was just a perfect scenario that we can do it from home, we can still make a little money, we can support our community, and we can put out a product that we're proud of.